Okay. Alright, living with dragons. Dragons are pretty much the most incredible thing that has ever been known to mankind. I think it'd be interesting for you all to know right now why we need dragons in our society, why they would be good for our society, and why we will never have them in our society. Yeah, dragons are pretty amazing. In case you haven't noticed, I'm pretty much obsessed with dragons. These are all of the things that I have in my collection of dragons. You'll notice my toothless shirt, which I made myself because they don't sell them anywhere. Come on, what's up with that? It's like the best movie that came out this year. Dragons are my life. But to tell you about what I'm going to tell you, we need to define dragons, because there are so many different ways that dragons are defined in our world. So, our visual dragon has 2 wings, 2 legs, and 2 front legs. It can breathe fire, and it can fly very well. Unfortunately, we can't have dragons. It's kind of impossible. There are a lot of reasons, scientifically proven. You know, they're going to eat our children and steal our virgins, and it's kind of going to stink. It's really not going to be fun, guys. So firstly, we need to look at genetics. When you look at any animal, pretty much any animal you have that has a backbone is going to have 4 limbs. So this is a lizard. A dragon is just a flying lizard, right? Well, no. You can see that this lizard, the skeleton of a lizard, has 2 front legs and 2 back legs. Here's a bird. The bird has 2 legs and 2 front legs, which are actually wings. So our front legs have turned into wings here, and for whatever reason, when we go to 6 limbs, we've got a dragon that's, you know, 2 front legs and 2 back legs, and it really doesn't work out, because we can't genetically engineer anything that has more than 4 limbs. We don't know how to make a 5th limb or a 6th limb. It's really not possible for us. So dragons are not going to be able to have their wings. Now, people are like, well, can't we combine dragons that have front wings and back legs? Can't we combine, say, a bat and a lizard? Well, not really. We're going to get something that's genetically weird and creepy. You're really not going to want to see it. I'm sorry about that. It's going to have little deformed wings that it kind of curls around on. It's really not going to be able to fly. I mean, this poor thing's going to be grounded and it's going to be ugly. It's going to be your nightmares tonight. The other thing we need to know about dragons is the rules of flight. Now, most birds, this is the Andean condor. The Andean condor weighs about 25 pounds. It's one of the heaviest flying birds in the world, and it has to stay at the top of cliffs, at the tops of trees, because it can barely get itself off the ground. Now, we think that maybe even pterodactyls couldn't fly, because their wingspan to weight ratio is incredible. They're carrying 500 pounds on 36 wings. Maybe they glided like these flying lizards, but they're not going to be able to propel themselves up off the ground. But that's okay, because we can still make dragons however we want to in our minds. For instance, I drew a dragon made of pencils, and it lives underwater because it's awesome! I mean, we can do whatever we want if we make up dragons on our own. Unfortunately, dragons in most modern tales have a very bad rap. So, you know, poor Christian Bale here gets to blow the last one out of its mind because it's destroyed his entire home. It kind of sucks for him. But we need to think of dragons as something that could help our society. Reason number 1, omelets. These things are huge. They are incredibly big. I mean, one lays an egg, you crack it open, fry it on like 4 different pans, and you're good to go for the next week. Reason number 2 is security. Okay, imagine you're robbing a bank, you know, you've got your gun, you open the safe, and bam! There's this 20-foot dragon standing in front of you. I think you're going to turn around and run. I mean, you're like, okay, arrest me. Please don't let this thing eat me. Reason number 3, emergency assistance, all right? I mean, we have so many problems with our emergencies. People get trapped in cars, they get trapped in the snow. Dragons, that's the problem. They just pull the cars apart. Snow, we melt it. They've got superhuman breath. Reason number 4, transport. Need I say more? You're not going to have to pat down before an air flight. You're not going to have to sit in traffic. You're not going to be stuck on a street waiting for lights. No, you're going to be flying around one of these babies, and no one's going to mess with you. No one's going to get in your way. Okay, we skipped reason number 5. Reason number 5 is too awesome for mortal eyes. I'm sorry. Reason number 6 is peacekeeping. Honestly, if you're in a war, no one's going to mess with you if you've got the dragon. You win. shares them. He's white, he's got black horns, he's incredible, and he flies me around, and he can change sizes, so he can fit in my pocket, eat a taco, and be good for the week, and then he can fly me home from school. This is why dragons